Yeah. Yes. Hmm. Finally, I'll go finish your thoughts. Finish your thoughts. Hmm. Hmm. Where is your well? Well, I, I tell you all, I was in Barbados on Friday, Thursday, Friday. Yesterday we were in Grenada, and today we are in another Caribbean island. We don't normally tell people which island we are on while we are on that island, but we are in another Caribbean island, and these economies are growing by 4% on average on that island. But we are in another Caribbean island, and these economies are growing by 4% on average. And so why is it that Jamaica is growing by 0.8%? And the other thing before you come in, their debt to GDP is higher than Jamaica's debt to GDP. Barbados is about 110%. Grenada, go ahead. Yes, right. Yeah, right. And Pete, the cost of living is so high. What if I say to you, Al, our Jamaican leaders lack vision to be deliberate about growing the economy? Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely we have so much more going on for us. Right. But Al, isn't the government aiding and abetting the banks? When you talk about the banks are culpable, yes, I understand the banks have not cut the interest rate in conjunction with what the central bank is doing. Mhm. But is it that the government is not playing their role, Al, in terms of getting the banks to bring down interest rate? I've heard somebody ask the Minister of Finance what is she at, but she said, "Well, the banks will eventually brings it down." That it don't play that way. Hmm. Let me. Mhm. Al, the final question I wanna definitely. The final question I wanna ask you, Hal. The Prime Minister, in his inaugural speech, spoke about the culture and the creative industry. When you asked the question yesterday, I was expecting to hear the minister mention that. Is it that they are not in unison?
problem. And I think about it. I don't know, I think you and I may be of the same vintage. That realists, the law study law, medicine, finance or something, we don't take the creative industry seriously. It's only when someone else takes it. I mean, no disrespect, Bob Marley was, Bob Marley was founded from outside, but was black with another people.
Yes.
Sean Paul had to make millions outside of Jamaica, the same with Shaggy. We don't take it, we don't intrinsically think it plays a value. We really don't. But the evidence is there that you can. So if you look at all the big superstars, they make it a move first and then they come back in and they claim it. Right? So we've got, but there's obviously natural talent in Jamaica that needs fostering, that needs support. But are we willing to see that even that is an export? That's an export in itself. There are many great operators that can go out and learn foreign currency in different markets.
But the government doesn't understand that, Al.
Yeah, that's the point. They have to understand it and they want to take it seriously. I heard them say, someone was saying that we're going to put $1 billion into the creative. That's nothing. That's less than $7 million US, $8 million.
That was Julian Robinson, and that was supposed to be a yearly fund with much more to come. Oh, definitely. Definitely. But nowhere, there's no reggae show.
How can that happen? That cannot be. An indigenous art form. It's indigenous to Jamaica, right? The world knows it, right? How can it be that you can't go to the capital city of Jamaica or any major city in Jamaica? You can't go week in, week out. I can see a reggae.
Al, the culture and the creative industry is valued at $3 trillion US annually. Jamaica has a major competitive edge in the culture and the creative industry. For the last decades or 2 decades, we have not been able to grow this industry. Why was Babsy Grange return if the Prime Minister was really serious about culture and the creative industry? Why was Babsy Grange return as the minister?
Wants to return to a degree of normality, and then he may change the cabinet in a year or 2, a year, 2 years' time. I agree with that, but in the sense that he probably will look, I'm going to keep continuity till I really get my ducks in a row, which he may do, because I mean that's where he named the cabinet fairly quickly. And I think he may say to himself, okay. I mean, I actually thought he would have broken up that portfolio, maybe swap it round, give Bagsy gender and culture, and give sports and entertainment to someone younger, maybe someone like Rhoda or Toba, someone like that. That spirit and do it that way. So the energy, and they're more in tune with entertainment and sport and things like that. They're of that ilk.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, definitely.
They will drive that. They will drive that. And they will give them a purpose, particularly young parliamentarians. I thought that would be a way to go. But if he's thinking, the Prime Minister, he may be thinking to himself, well, look, I'm just hold tight now till I really get my ducks in a row, and then I'll be able to make changes. Because it was basically a return to the cabinet.